I just walked out of a room full of real estate investors and I asked them one simple question. This is a question I wish someone would have given me the answer to when I was first getting started. And the question is, what do you wish you knew before you started investing in real estate? Some of their answers were brutally honest, things that would have saved them years and a lot of money. Some of these investors are still on their first deal, and others have their multi-million-dollar portfolio already. If you're thinking about investing in real estate, you'll want to listen to this. I had my team record it for you.
Literally life changing. Like I cried.
Real estate was the key to unlock time.
I was able to quit my job.
You don't have to be
You've noticed that.
I was always thought that paralysis stage.
In the first 4 months of joining Open Spaces, we acquired property.
My portfolio size is 5 million now. My name is Angie, currently a math teacher, which I love. We live in Rhode Island and we joined the program in June, so about 5 months ago. And we invest in Philly, which is exciting to be here for BurCon also. Just in the 5 months we've been in the program, it's been clear to me that while 20 years ago was the best time to start doing this, like now is the time to go at it. And the program offers such a scaffolded way to take this calculated risk and know that no matter how many mistakes you make, that learning that comes from the errors makes you fearless. It makes you feel like, well, that's not going to happen again, and I know how to prevent it. And you're just optimizing every single time. And you don't have to be a billionaire. You can be a school teacher. You don't have to start with a trust fund. Know that you will make mistakes and just do it anyway. I'm a teacher. I tell my students that all the time. Learning, the most lasting learning comes from when you make an error and you're like, that's not going to happen again. But you will not fail if you come to this with the mindset that any failures don't make you a failure. They make you wizened and you can always start again. The other thing that this program has done is really change my relationship to debt. I remember sitting at our wood stove and cutting up all our credit cards after we paid them off and we were like, yay! And realizing this year, that was the dumbest thing we could have done, because at this point we probably would have had like 25 years of like revolving credit to show. But we didn't understand that you can leverage debt. We were just like save. But we're not squirrels. I think you have to invest in the tree that's gonna grow the acorns and not just try to save all the acorns for the next winter. Way more comfortable with debt than I've ever been. I'm still uncomfortable with it, but way more comfortable than I've ever been.
So my name is Matt Flynn, and I currently work as a physical therapy assistant, doing home care, and we live in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, so in terms of our investments, at this point in time, we are out-of-state investors. We have a property here in Philadelphia. Within the first 4 months of joining Open Spaces, we acquired a property that was in distress and had it rehabbed. And it took about 3 months. Afterwards, it was worth $225,000, and we are currently remortgaging it into a long-term mortgage. Yeah, so clearly the reason why you want to join the program is to build long-term wealth. And in this country, real estate has always been the way to do that. And what Open Spaces provides is a turnkey blueprint on how to build that long-term wealth. We've been a part of other coaching programs before, but Open Spaces' unique approach to doing this, it just takes you step by step. So whether you're already very familiar with investing or even investing in real estate, you still gain so much benefit from the model that Open Spaces puts out. I think the most important thing is to take a hard look at where you are now and understand that where you want to be in the future is going to depend on the decisions that you make now. If you continue to do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. So you have to do something different.
Hey, I'm Brian. I am a Vice President of Human Resources Antitrust at JP Morgan Chase Bank, and I live in the Philadelphia area, and I also invest in the Philadelphia area and surrounding states. Our current portfolio is just over $2 million. So I would say this program is perfect for someone who is in a situation like me, where you have a W-2 job that's pretty demanding, but also in a very like corporate setting. So you may have grown up in a family that prioritized going to school, doing well in school, getting good grades, going to college, getting a job. Needy and Pollock provide tools and procedures and policies that really align with the way that I've been trained to work and trained to study and trained to act in my life. So if you are also a W-2 worker like myself, this is the perfect program to help you transition from a corporate setting that expects high performance into starting your own real estate business that also expects high performance. So I have a couple of things that I always tell new investors. The first is what you're paying and what you're spending is going to be like a fraction of going to college or like getting a master's degree or something like that. And you're going to make way more money.
My name is Vanessa Perina. I am a real estate investor, formerly a New York City Board of Ed teacher. I live in New Jersey, but I am born and raised in Brooklyn, and I invest in Philadelphia. My portfolio size is a 1.3 million. This program resonates so well to women like myself who had a career and then became a stay-home mom, had a family, and then are stuck in what they want to be moving forward. And I feel like real estate is the best way to go in today's day and age, and why not? Pollock has resonated with me in so many ways, and her community and her program has been nothing but an opportunity of open success to just dive right into real estate. I feel like they really handpicked the right people to be a part of this community because everyone is giving, everyone wants to help, which is very attracting to me. Money is spent well and wisely, and we can see, at least I can see, that Pollock and Nitty's creation of this community is to just help people like myself become successful. The best advice I've received in this program was basically follow the modules, absorb it like a sponge. You're gonna ask a lot of questions. There are gonna be a lot of unanswered questions, but then once you're in the game and you pull the trigger and finding that right or your first property, all your questions will be answered. So I highly recommend just doing it, follow through, and remember why you started this journey. My advice is literally just take action, and whatever's handed to you on a silver platter, because that's what this program has given us, follow through with it. Don't fall off the track. Stay right on the road of why you started this journey, and just keep going. Drown out the noise. That's the advice I could give. Drown out the noise and surround yourself with positive, like-minded people.
My name is Alejandra Stevens. I'm a safety manager for a big corporation from Colombia, South America originally, but now I live in South Carolina. I actually was living 2 years ago in New Hampshire, and because of the entire program and the mindset, we moved to South Carolina. It's my husband and I, Nick and Alejandra. We invest in Philly. Since we moved to South Carolina, we started investing in Lexington, South Carolina as well. We have 3.1 million. We have 8 doors and 2 active flips right now. I was really afraid of the scams, and like you see out there in social media a lot of things that are not legit. So I did my research. My husband sent me Pollock and Nitty's video, and I was like, yeah, it's another of those scams. And then I did my research and figured, oh no, this is not resonate with them a lot. So we pursued the program, and it was amazing. So I think I have few things. The first thing is, for me, and this is very personal, but I think many people agree, vet very good your contractors and the area. Find an avatar, like an area that you like legit do your homework, and it's a good zip code. And then I think the last, and I am still working on that one, is don't be afraid of debt. You know, like real estate debt is good debt. Like it's not like buying a car, a fancy car, then it's gonna depreciate as soon as you get it out. Like, no, this is good debt. You're gonna recover your money and you're gonna pay out your debt, and then you're like getting wealth. So I think don't be afraid of debt.
My name is Apurva Agrawal, and I am from Seattle, Washington. I was a product manager, technical product manager in one of the companies, and then I left my 9-to-5 job job and became a full-time real estate investor as a real estate agent. I invest in Seattle area, Ohio, Florida, and now looking at Philly probably. My portfolio size is close to 5 million now. There are a lot of reasons why somebody should join the program. I have been thinking about being in real estate for good 4-5 years now, and I was always stuck at analysis paralysis state and was never sure if I'm making the right decision. It's one thing that you can learn from YouTube University, you can learn from different areas, different places, but to actually go through the whole process of how things should be done, the way it should be done, and then also at the same time, like somebody is giving you literally a recipe to just follow. Right? So having those SOPs, having that community who is just boosting you all the time, and then you have like father or your elder brother who is just looking at your deals that you are going through and just helping you find the way forward. I would not have grown my portfolio in this short period if it was not for the program, because the program actually helped me grow faster. I could have and scale faster than just doing it by myself. I could have done maybe one deal or two deal in the whole 2 years rather than building my portfolio of this size. Yes. So new investors, I think they are so scared of losing money and not so much about, I think the very first deal will not be your home run or you'll not make a hefty amount of money, but that is the driving force. So you just have to push yourself to just go through one day at a time, and don't get discouraged if you get bumped with any problem, because there's no problem that has not been faced by somebody else. So take help. This community is made for people to ask questions to each other, and also at the same time, like people, they just need to move forward and ask questions because there are so many people to just help you, right? And new investors are scared. Again, the same thing, analysis paralysis. They don't know where to start, and just this program just helps you go through the whole process, right? Again, there's no problem that has not been faced by somebody else. So you're not trying to discover the result. You're just trying to find the right solution for it and take one day at a time and push forward to yourself. So the biggest part is when you are a new investor, focus on building relationship, not just thinking about how much money can you make. Your main focus should be always on building relationship and having the right people in your team. It might take multiple iterations to find the right team for you, whether you might have to change multiple lenders, you might have to change multiple realtors, and for that matter, always looking for more connections, because these are the people who will be your partners in crime and partners in finding you the deal or funding your deal, or for that matter, just this makes your life very smooth and helpful.
Hey, my name is Andrew Sujeski. I am a vice president of customer success for a global payments company. I'm from Philadelphia. Go Birds. I invest in Philadelphia primarily, but I do have two properties outside of the state, one in North Carolina and one in Maryland, a vacation home on the Chesapeake that I bought over the summer using the Burr method. And my portfolio size, I have 9 doors. 8 of them are occupied. The one is the vacation rental, which we're working on, and the portfolio size ARV is $3.3 million. Nidhi and Pollock just make it simple. And there's even ways to simplify it yourself, right? Like there are complex parts of this process, right, that you can simplify further. And I think the community as well. I mean, they've done just a great job. I mean, if you're in the room today, you just heard it, right? How many people are just so appreciative of everybody else in the room, especially Nidhi and Pollock for putting this whole thing together, not just today, but just the way the community runs. I mean, they're just people, right? We're all just people. And I think it makes it easier. Doesn't make it easy. It makes it easier. Yeah, it was actually after I did my first deal and I realized I didn't know the numbers as well as I thought I did. And because, here's the way to simplify a deal. And this was the best advice I got. I got it when I was starting to invest in Philadelphia. When you start off, you're not going to get 70 or 75% LTV on your first couple deals. You're going to get 65% LTV. Take the purchase price that you think you want to purchase this property for. Take what you believe the ARV is. Multiply that by 0.65. That's your all-in number for your purchase price and your rehab. If your numbers don't fit in that, then it's not the right deal. Move on to the next one. When the numbers fit in that, that's when you go to the deal analysis spreadsheet, because that's where you then start plugging in everything else. What's the ARV times 65%? That's what you have to play with for your first 2 or 3 deals. So if it's outside of those numbers, move on. It's not the right deal unless you can get a purchase price that's even lower, because that's where you can impact. Your rehab's still going to be your rehab. $60,000 rehab is still a $60,000 rehab, whether you buy it for $115 or $100.
My name is Rosa. I'm a licensed behavior analyst. I work with kids on the autism spectrum. I am from Queens, New York. I invest in Philadelphia, and my portfolio size is 2.8 million. Someone who doesn't know how to invest in real estate, or even if you do know how to invest in real estate but maybe you've never done the BRRRR strategy before, should definitely join the program because it gives you like a step-by-step. And if you're someone who's busy or someone who just really needs it laid out on how to do it, this is the perfect program for that. Needy and Palick are engineers, so they have like a system and process to everything, and they make it super easy to understand how to do it and then have a great support system on how to move forward and take action. So some advice for new investors is, I think one of the most important things is building a team, especially if you are investing out of state. I rely on my team immensely, right? I can't get there to open up the door. I can't get there when a tenant is doing something, right? So I think one of the most important things is really building that relationship and showing how much like they're appreciated, and also like making sure that you have team members that give you the same back, right? Because you're going to be giving them business as well. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is, resilience. Things are going to happen and no matter what business, and in the real estate business, things are going to happen, and understanding that things are going to happen and accept it and just understand that you're not the only one that this has ever happened to, and there's millionaires and billionaires out there that are not perfect and that nothing ever happened to them. In fact, I feel like most of the most successful people have failed like 3 million more times and then like just become successful. So be okay with failing and be okay with things happening and then just fixing it, getting it done and moving forward, and then just keep going. Don't not stop going. I want to say like that is super important. Mindset is huge. So I think like anybody can learn something. If you want to learn it and you do enough research about it, or read an SOP that they put out, I think anybody can learn anything, but it's really, really hard for someone to help you change your mind, right? Like on certain things. Think about it, like I was raised a certain way, right? Like, and I'm in my 30s. So like for 30 years, let's say, this is what's been programmed. So now it's like, how do you undo 30 years of what someone was telling you to do? And that's really hard because it's a long time. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen right away, but definitely working at every day, changing your mindset, for something positive, and to learn more about yourself.
My name is Elaine Wood, and I am from Dallas, Texas, and I invest in the state of Texas as well as in Philadelphia. I'm a former investment banker turned stay-at-home mom turned full-time real estate investor. My portfolio size is 2.3 million. They should join the program because of the great community that Niti and Palick have created, and also for Niti and Palick themselves. They are truly great mentors in the real estate investing space, but the community that they have built of fellow real estate investors who are trying to achieve the same goals of having a portfolio of rental properties is truly amazing. We're all here very supportive of each other. We're here to help one another grow and learn in the real estate space. Joining a program with a great sense of community, because really we're all here working together, achieving our own goals in real estate. And this is truly a great community of people who really care, here to answer questions. Any silly question you have, we're here to, everybody's here to answer it and just help each other along. And Palick and Niti, again, are great leaders in this space, and they really truly care about you and your journey, getting to know you and really guide you in real estate investing.
My name is Rami Al-Mili. I'm from Sacramento, California, and we invest in Lansing, Michigan. I am a part-time pharmacist, a business owner, and a real estate investor. My portfolio size is 9 properties, 10 doors so far. You should join the open spaces because of what this community provides. It's a very unique community and program because of how supportive it is, how kind, how understanding, how professional it is. The amount of knowledge that you get just by asking people is amazing. Everyone wants to help. This is not something that you find anywhere else. And that's why this program is unique. They're very selective in their members, and all the members are very helpful. Even if you are a beginner in your journey or you have a 10 million portfolio, they are gonna help you no matter what. And if they don't know, they will say, we don't know. So I think that's the best way to describe why you should join the community. Start doing it. You have to start. Know that you will be challenged. Know that will be some hiccups along the way, but you will do it. If anyone can do it, you can do it. Also, not everyone can do it, but you can if you join the community. And that's, especially if you're a new investor, you will be faced with a lot of challenges and doubts. And doubts are expensive. Fuel of so many challenges is the knowledge, because this is your weapon when you go into this market or when you start this journey. So knowledge is important, and if you are just starting and you don't have a guidance, then that's one of the biggest challenges, because we're in the era of information. You can get information from anyone, anywhere right now, on any platform. But to find the reliable information, this is the biggest struggle, because you don't know who to follow, and that's the problem. So that's one of the biggest challenges that we faced, but it was not that much of a challenge because we already joined the community. So that helped a lot because we're getting a reliable information, we're getting a very supportive community, and we're getting information from someone who already done it. So that was great. So one of the most important and beneficial aspects of joining open space program is how everything is organized. And because, again, I'm saying that because everyone is so professional, either joining or who built that program, they know how organization is important. So you get everything that you need in a very simplified, organized way. So that builds your information vault that you can refer to, you can come back to anytime you want. You get any information, very simplified, very organized. So that helps you being organized, build a system that you can rely on later, and build a portfolio that has a very solid foundation.
My name is Nirmal Khanderia. I'm a real estate investor now, but previously I was in manufacturing industry as an electrical engineer. I am from Austin, Texas, and my investment is in Killeen, which is 45 miles north of Austin. When I started kind of looking at the doing BRRRR, I realized that I need a system to do that. Right? On my own, I cannot do it, and I cannot scale. And I looked at somebody who has already done it successfully, and they have made their own mistakes, and they have done everything. All the program is ready for me to go through whatever they have learned, whatever they have done. So I kind of joined the program, and it has been a wonderful journey since then. The major thing which helped me is a change in mindset, and the whole way the program is, it is not imposing. It is bringing all the facts in front of you, and very nicely it kind of sinks in, and everything is again so factual. Nothing, no pushing, no nothing. This is how it is done. This is how other people are doing. They're doing it. They're successful, and again the community, so encouraging, so motivating. You know, like you get every week there is a motivational message, what people have achieved. So you kind of feel like, okay, you do something, you want to kind of share with people. They encourage, and you feel so great about it. I think working with the lender was one thing. I think that's where we connected. The first deal I did was through Rehab Financial Group, and that was part of the community. Through that, I got that. So that was kind of pretty helpful in understanding. So basically, I was not knowing who the lender is, kind of, right? So basically, the lender is there, it's part of the community. So that is kind of really helpful. People have done deals with them, and then we know that lender is, we can trust the lender, right? Because other people, we don't know how much we can trust. So that is very helpful.
My name is Goldie. My profession before joining, I was an engineer. I didn't like that, so I went to business school, and then I was an investment banker. Decided I didn't love that. I worked in tech in a finance role. Decided I didn't love that, and so now I'm a real estate investor. I currently live in South Florida in the Miami metro area, and I invest in Jacksonville, so in North Florida. They should join the program because it's life-changing. It's literally life-changing. Like, I could cry just thinking about it. My life has completely transformed. This program gave me the confidence and the know-how to execute. It's so easy to get lost in analysis paralysis. I think we all do that. To learn the steps, to have somebody to ask the stupid questions to. There's no stupid questions. And also to change your mindset from a worker, from a W-2 worker working from somebody else, to being your own boss and your own investor and having control over your life and your day. Now that I'm a full-time investor, I do what I want. If I want to go to the gym in the morning, I can. If I, need to go to my kid's school, I can. That was something I couldn't do or couldn't do easily when I was working for somebody else. Yeah, so to new investors, I would say, or if I could talk to myself from a year and a half ago, it would be, you're worth it, you're worth it. And if you're gonna spend money on any course, it's this course because it's the real deal. It's not get rich quick, it's learn all the steps and gain the confidence and the know-how to invest smartly. Right, so advice for finding your vendors is network. All of my vendors I found through other members in the program, and also trust your gut. One of the other benefits of working for yourself is you get to choose who you work for. When you work in corporate, if you have a coworker you don't like, it doesn't matter. It's swallow your feelings, it does not matter, you have no say. But here, if you don't like your contractor and you want to fire them, you can. And so advice is network, and also know you're in control. You get to choose who you work with. You get to choose which lender, which contractor, which everything, which is so empowering.
My name is Anthony Perina, born and raised in Brooklyn, now living out in New Jersey. I was a former construction worker, welder, longshoreman for 20 plus years, and was able to quit and retire 3 months ago, and now I'm a full-time investor. We invest in Philadelphia now, and we just went over the 1 million mark. We're at 1.3 million. Real estate helped me get more time with my family. That was my whole goal from the start, as my previous job took 100 hours a week, every week. So never got to see a baseball game, didn't get to hang out and do Santa Claus every year. So that was my driving force, was family, and real estate was the key to unlock time for family. So that's why. What advice I give is to start right away, but start slow. I've done the mistake of, we bought 3 at one time, and you can do it, but stay slow in the beginning while you're investing. But invest. Do your first one, learn everything, and then the second, third, fourth, and fifth are so much easier. That biggest advice I could get is start right away. Start off slow and learn, and make sure you have a community around you for help, because you're not going to know any of the answers to those questions. And you don't want to do it on the second and third and take 4. And one of the best advice I've got since I've been here was from Nidhi one day. It was when we just purchased our first home and the interest rate started climbing, and it was like the Wild West, and every offer was rejected. Interest rates were out of control, and family members, friends that weren't understanding our goals were asking, why, how could you do it now? How are you going to buy now? And I felt like I wasn't getting any deals, and I asked Nidhi, should I stop because of the rates? And he actually he started laughing a little and then went serious and made me understand that if you can make it work in the hard times, how much better in 3 years down the road, when you could refinance, the rates come down. And we're at that time that it did, and he was 100% right. And I'm happy I didn't stop buying. Like other people that aren't in a program that teaches how to really invest, they get nervous, they stop, wait for it to come back down. Those were my questions, and I didn't wait, and I listened to Nidhi, and now we're in a good position that we can refinance and make more cash flow by just actually making it work when it was hard and waiting for it to get easier. Definitely reach out to people on your own, but I would start a list of investors that are in your community and ask, who do you use? What was your experience from them? I was fortunate to join Palak and Nidhi, and they're so open about who they use. My advice is what we did, I took everyone that they used and copied it. That's the simplest way that I felt that I found people that already did it, copied it, and then you could take your own real estate agent that you meet, compare them to the one that you know is right, and you have a baseline to go off of. So now you could, well, after that first conversation, say, oh, wow, I get a good feeling from him or her. And that's how we built our team, by copying Pelican Nitty, because we were fortunate to have that. And then we tweaked it along the way. And I would take the team building very serious, because you're just as good as your team. You need a strong team. And we have a strong family of investors here at Open Spaces, and then our little team. So there's no answer that no one that we know wouldn't have. So we do lean on others.
My name is Arina and I live in South Florida. I invest in Baltimore. My portfolio size is 2.2 right now. I have 8 properties, and I used to work for the United Nations, but this year I was able to quit my job. So I'm a full-time real estate investor. You know, I could never believe that I can be here in a year and a half since I joined this program in June last year. It's an amazing program. It gave me courage, it gave me knowledge, it gave me support that I needed in order to achieve what I achieved. So people should join if they want to achieve, you know, at least what they dream of. New investors. I think the most important for the new investor is to get over fear that usually new investors have when they start this journey. I was scared of, you know, spending money, making mistakes, not knowing what I do, you know. So I think getting over the fear is very important. This is one thing. Second thing is having the knowledge, the actual knowledge that you need to invest in real estate. A lot of people think that it's easy and they can just, you know, Google it. No, you can't. So you need to have knowledge to invest in real estate. And third one is mind shift change. You have to make sure that your mind is in the right place, that you understand the game and you play by the rules of the game, you know. And the advice, of course, yes, join a program, a mentorship, you know, that works for you. I love this program, so I highly recommend, but join a program which will give you all three, and then you'll succeed.
Hi, my name is Dhruva Patel. I'm from Maryland and I invest right in my backyard. By profession, I actually provide IT consulting service to the government sector. At the moment, we have 4 properties. Our portfolio size is 1.1 million. I absolutely recommend this program because the program has the modules, the community, the system and processes that is laid out that you need to succeed. So the SOPs, the script is already laid out for you. You were supposed to join it yesterday. You don't know how much you're missing out. Like, the amount of support that you get within the community is unmatched. And Palak and Niti has laid out the entire system and processes. All you gotta do is just implement it. If you want to succeed, you gotta surround yourself with the right people, with the right community and a right mindset. So the one piece of advice that I can give to the fellow investors is keep going. You are gonna have the hiccups, the hurdles, and the bumpy road, but nothing meant to be perfect, you know, like, it's not a perfect world, but you have the right community and right people who's gonna support you to sail through that journey and keep going. Like, you have the system and processes, you have the SOPs, you have the community support, keep going. The one piece of advice that I have received was from Anne and Randy, the power of being organized. And I didn't realize until I was starting to do my bookkeeping at the end of the year. Like, you know how you structure your OneDrive and you have all the folders. It just becomes very seamless to go through at the end of the year to pull out your receipts and do the bookkeeping. So one piece of advice that I have received is the power of being organized.
Hi, my name is Kimberly and I live in Texas and I invest in the Texas and Oklahoma market. I have 6 stores currently and I am an HR director by day, an investor by afternoon and evening. Someone should join the Open Spaces program if they are looking for a community of support, if they're looking for a roadmap. Most of us come into the program with very little real estate knowledge, and it literally teaches you step by step by step how to go from 0 doors to as many doors as you want to have. And so if you are the type of person that likes to journey with people and needs that support, then it's a great place to start. If I was giving advice to a brand new investor, I would actually say join a program like this because you need help on this journey. There are honestly a lot of pitfalls in real estate investing. And if you want to avoid going into some of those pitfalls, it's just helpful to have a community where modules are laid out and you can go specifically to a buy module or a rehab module or a refinance module and see exactly, okay, what are the steps that I need to do? Also, one of the things I love about the community is because it truly is a community. We get together at events like this. We have local breakouts all around the country for people that invest in California or Texas or wherever you're investing. And you can connect with people that have the same goal as you and are investing in the same market as you. I would say surround yourself with people that are going in the same direction that you aspire to go in, because none of us wake up knowing how to do something. You have to learn from someone.
Hi, my name is Lori Luke, and I'm based in Hawaii, and I am investing in Philadelphia. Right now, I have 2 properties here. I'm currently working in a W2 job, and I'm a property manager. And I joined Open Spaces 11 months ago. I believe that I'm in good place. My advice for other investors too is just believe in yourself. Do all the modules in the where the other people in the community too. They should start today because time is important. Like they said, yesterday is the right time, but today and tomorrow, but today is the right time because time runs fast and you will get good deals this time, and at least you can start the process. And of course, that includes all the learning day by day. We learn each day, but if you don't start, you will not see the outcome. So today is the start, and just follow the modules, like same what I did, and trust and build your team. Wherever you're investing, you're gonna be in good place. At first, because I don't have any knowledge, but through the modules, they gave you SOPs. We also have references where other vendors go through, like lenders, contractors, property manager. So we have everything. So what you need to do is just reach out to each and everyone and build your team, and you're gonna be successful. In our community, we have like weekly calls where you can ask questions like the deals, maybe numbers or difficulties that you're encountering, and they will provide you answer based on their experiences too, and then provide you some feedback and resources at the same time. Like, I'm just so thankful and grateful that I found Open Spaces Palakinidis program. I'm just searching Facebook, and then I was like skeptical at the first time, but if I'm not gonna trust and do it today, I won't be here today. Yes, and I right now, like within not even 1 year, I have 2 properties, and I'm so proud, and I'm gonna keep going.
My name is Kelly Igdon, and I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I was previously in sales, so I did Plastisol Inc., manufacturing it. So we made phenomenal money. And I almost had a heart attack at 40. So I decided that it was time to reinvest in myself. Started the real estate side of things. And I've been doing, quit my W-2 year and a half ago. And now I have a $1.5 million portfolio. Why should somebody join the program? Let's start with why not. You're investing in you. You're investing in generational wealth. I have a 12-year-old. The first thing I tell her every day when I wake up is, I'm going to build my empire. And what are you going to conquer as far as fear today? So when we step out of our comfort zone, we only make money. You have to fail in order to succeed. And this program has everything lined out for you for those who have built. So you're going to start from ground one, actually accelerating and scaling. Advice for new investors: keep investing. Okay, everybody can tell you to hit the stock market, but I'm wearing Monopoly socks for a reason. We pass go every day. Do you wake up, you think about what tomorrow's going to bring, and everywhere you look is called opportunities. There is it's opportunities, so go take advantage of it.
Hi, I'm Eileen Moore. I am a full-time real estate investor. I live in New York City and I invest in Jacksonville, Florida. My real estate investment portfolio right now is at 2.8 million. Prior to real estate investing, I had a 25-year career in public relations and communications. I would encourage somebody to join open spaces because you need to surround yourself with people who are already doing what you want to do. If you just try to do it solo, you're going to get lost. You're going to have like all these doubts and analysis paralysis. You're going to hit roadblocks and just get discouraged. But when you're in a group and in a community of people who are already doing what you want to do, then you have the support, you have the resources you need, you have that camaraderie and moral support, and it's just it's unparalleled what it's given me. It's almost 3 years that I've been in the program and I don't regret a second of it. It's amazing. So my advice to a new investor would be obviously surround yourself with people who are already doing it. So join open spaces, have that support and that network. New investors also really need to not be afraid to just jump in. Take risks. Everything is figure outable. You can find solutions to pretty much any problem. And again, that's where the network comes in. So just don't be afraid. You're just going to spin your wheels if you aren't afraid to take a little bit of risk.